This is Mike, and I'm here showing you a little bit about the Arduino sketch software. When you first turn on the Arduino sketch software, you'll see a screen just like this one. In this screen, there are a few parts that I'm going to tell you about. The top navigation bar allows you to, has all of the functions that this software does. For functions that you do often, there is a little bar right underneath that, and this one does the verify, upload, new, open, and save functions. When you first turn on the software, it will automatically open a sketch for you. This sketch is a new sketch. It has the void setup function and the void loop functions already input onto the page so that you can easily start putting code in right away. I'll talk a little bit more about the setup and loop functions later. Finally, there's this blue bar on the bottom, and then there's a black box. We'll see what those do in a few minutes. Now let me go through the menus real quickly. New, if you click the new box, then you're going to open up a new sketch. It's going to be a window just like this one. There are many different examples inside the Arduino software already. For example, this is the blink sketch. If I open that sketch up, it is a small sketch that turns on a light on pin 13 that is on most Arduino boards. This is a well-known sketch. Pretty much everybody uses it as their first sketch when they first start off with the Arduino. It's already in the software. You can see I just opened it, and you can just upload it to the Arduino, and you be able to see the little light blink. Close that for now. There are also many other examples, as you can see. Before you use any of these examples, you should definitely go to the Arduino homepage to find out what kind of circuit needs to be connected to the Arduino in order for these to work. In the remainder of the file menu, there are just some basic commands that are used. In the edit area, there are basic commands that are used in any word processor. The one area that I do want to show you is the tools area. Now, if you turn on the software and your Arduino won't work, what you have to do is go down to Tools Board and make sure that the Arduino you have is checked. There are different, as you can see, there are many different types of Arduinos. The one I have is called the Uno. You might have a Leonardo or an Uno or a Yun. You could have any one of these Arduinos. So here I have an Uno, so I'm going to check that, and then I go down to the port, and I have to make sure that the box is checked for that. Some Arduinos talk on COM4, some Arduinos talk on COM3. If your Arduino isn't talking to the computer, it's possible that you don't have it connected to the right port. A port is basically a channel, kind of like a TV channel. In this case, it's like a radio channel, so the computer only can talk to the Arduino on a certain channel. In this case, it's called COM3. Okay, this is the help section. It's very useful. A lot of information about getting started with Arduinos is here, including a link to the home page of the Arduino. What I'm going to do now is open up a sketch, and it's a tone generator sketch. I'm going to show you a few things about how the tone generator sketch works if I do things wrong. So first thing I'm going to show you is how you should expect to see the Arduino function or work when you put in a sketch, when you write in a sketch correctly. So here I've written all this into the sketch software, and now I'm going to click the checkbox, which is the verify box, and it's going to just check to make sure everything is correct in the code. Okay, so if everything works right, then it'll say done compiling in this blue box down here. I'm sorry, in this blue bar. And in the black, it'll just have some white text, which tells you how big the sketch is and how much of the Arduino's memory it's taking up. Now, let's make a mistake here. Let's say I was writing this and I forgot this semicolon. So I'm going to delete that semicolon, and I'm going to try and verify it again. Okay, this time that blue bar turned orange, and it said unexpected unqualified ID before numeric constant. And then if you read inside the black box, it says that it expected a comma or a semicolon. So I look onto that line that's now highlighted up here, this orange line, and it's saying that it expected a semicolon at the end of this line. So as you can see, all the other lines have semicolons, so I should put one on this one. And now if I verify it again, it works. So let's see, another error I can make is I can miss a bracket. So I'm going to take out this bracket right here, and now I'm going to try and verify it. Now the Arduino software again says it expected a bracket. So it's saying it expected a bracket before this box. So I'm just going to go right before it, insert a bracket, and it verified it. There are a lot of things you can do that will cause errors in the Arduino, but usually the software is pretty good about telling you where the error is and what the error is. So right now I'm going to leave the semicolon, but I'm going to forget a parentheses. I'm going to take that parentheses out right there. Whoops. I'm going to verify it. Okay, so it said it expected a parentheses. So expected a parentheses before the semicolon. So it's even more specific. So I got to put a parentheses in there. And that should do it. Now, if I also mistype a command, like the setup command, and let's say I type it to TUI, try to verify that. It says error. It says that I have an undefined reference to setup. It doesn't know what Satui is. So I just have to make that setup and it'll be all right. If I mistype a command like the integer command, and I type it inch, it'll say inch does not name a type. And so it's telling me this right here doesn't make any sense to it. So I gotta make it something that makes sense. When it is something that makes sense to the Sketch software, in other words, when I'm talking the Sketch software's language, the text will turn orange. And now it's compiling and it works. So as you can see, although there are a lot of ways that you can make little mistakes, if it's something that it's really bad, then the Arduino software will tell you. Here, let me see if I can. Yeah, see if output was not declared in this scope, so it doesn't even know what output was. So I have to make it output, which it does understand, and then I can compile it. So anyways, there are a lot of different ways you can make mistakes, but as you can see in this video here, the Arduino does a pretty good job telling you in this section down here where the mistake is and how you might try to fix it. So I hope you've had fun, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the book and the rest of these movies, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.